Hello and welcome, little scientists, to another episode of Stay at Home Science, brought to you by the South Brunswick Public Library. My name is Allie, and today we have a fun and fizzy experiment for you guys. Let's start by gathering the ingredients. We'll be needing vinegar, baking soda, a funnel. If you don't have a funnel, don't worry. I'll give you some tips on what you can use instead. A measuring cup and a measuring spoon, some balloons, some food dye, and a container. It could be glass, it could be a plastic water bottle, any kind that you have, anything will do. We just need it to be able to fit the balloon over top of it. So this one, like that. And most importantly, please remember to grab a grown-up. So today we're going to break up our experiment into two different parts. First part is we're going to figure out what kind of chemical reaction we get when we mix baking soda with vinegar. So for that, I'm going to grab my funnel. I'm going to grab my tablespoon, which is right here. And I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons of baking soda. There. And then I've measured out my vinegar. I'm using about half a cup of vinegar, and I've just added some food dye into it just so we can get something colorful. Alright, now I'm going to add it. I'm going to push my stuff a little bit away because I think the reaction's going to be a little messy. So let's add. Whoa! That was kind of awesome. What just happened? Well, by combining baking soda, which is known as a base, and vinegar, which is known as an acid, we were able to create a gas known as carbon dioxide. That carbon dioxide forms as the bubbles that we saw, and those bubbles need somewhere to go because they're heavier than the air. And because that gas needs a lot of room to spread out, it overflows the container. What also helps is that we chose a container that's long and narrow. That forces the gas up and into the air. So now that we know we can create a really cool reaction using baking soda and vinegar, I bet we could use that knowledge to fill up a balloon. So let's clean this up and we'll start again. Okay, so now that we know that by combining a base, the baking soda, and then vinegar, known as an acid, we were able to create a gas, I'm going to use that knowledge to fill up this balloon. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to draw a smiley face on my balloon, just because I want our experiment to go well. I'm going to fill up half a cup of vinegar into our bottle. And remember, always ask the grown-up if you need help measuring. Alright, we've got half a cup in there. Next, I'm going to use my funnel. If you don't have a funnel, you can always ask someone else to help you, and they can hold the balloon while you measure out the baking soda. Or you could even use a piece of paper and make it into a funnel and use that. I'm going to use this funnel. Actually, I'm going to use this funnel. It's a little smaller. And I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of baking soda. Now, the best part about this is that you can play around with the measurements. So you can try using more vinegar, less baking soda, more baking soda, less vinegar. So depending on your container or even your balloon, you might need more vinegar or more baking soda. And then we are going to, now you might need help with this part, but you're going to attach the balloon over top of the bottle. But you don't want any of your baking soda to fall into the bottle until you're ready. And just make sure it's really tight onto there and attached. And then here comes the fun part. So let's see if we can get this balloon to fill up. So we're going to drop it in, and there you go. We've got our balloon. Isn't that cool? Whoa. And you can hear it fizzing. That's so cool. So, it worked. We filled up our balloon. And why is that? Well, when we combine baking soda, which is known as the base, and vinegar, which is known as the acid, we were able to create that gas known as carbon dioxide. And because gases need so much room, it filled up the container and then moved into the balloon to inflate it. It's all because of those bubbles. Alright, so we just filled up our balloon with our carbon dioxide, and I'm going to try it again using a different container to see if we can get the same results. So, like before, we're going to take our balloon, attach our funnel, and because we're using a bigger container, I think I'm going to use a little bit more baking soda. So instead of just 2 tablespoons, I think I'm going to use 3. Next, we're going to fill up our container. I'm going to use the same measurements that I used before of the 1/2 cup of vinegar. And again, don't forget to ask a grown-up if you need help measuring. Alright, next we're going to attach our balloon over the top. And of course, we don't want any of the mixture to fall into the vinegar before we're ready. So, now that we're ready, let's see. Whoa. We did it again. And this time you can see all of the bubbles that we created. And all of those bubbles are the carbon dioxide, the gas that we're making. Alright, so we just saw that we were able to do this experiment no matter what kind of container you use. If you have a large one, just add more of the baking soda or even add more of the vinegar. Try different measurements to see what you can do to fill up your balloon. It's science, so you get to experiment with it. Just remember to have a grown-up with you. And that's all we have time for on this episode of Stay at Home Science. Thanks for joining us. We hope that you recreate these at home. If you do, please tag us on social media or send it to our email. Bye!